You were a big X-Men fan growing up.
Yeah.
They have to bring that back to the screen. It was them and Spider-Man that kind of started the whole shindig. Everyone wants to say Iron Man, and yeah, that was the first Marvel Cinematic Universe film because Hulk was kind of like retconned after the fact. But those were the ones that started the craze. It was X-Men and Spider-Man, where we went to the theaters to see those. We had them on VHS. We were fans.
I wasn't even that super big into Spider-Man, but I loved X-Men. Spider-Man, I don't know.
I like the animated series. I do like the original movies with Toby McGuire. Not a big fan of Garfield.
I don't like him. I don't like him at that.
Tide is starting to level out with Tom Holland to where it's like the original actor whose name I'm forgetting. Toby McGuire. We just said it. He might be the GOAT when it comes to Spider-Man. Now, he left the limelight on a bad note, though. Everyone thought Spider-Man 3 was not so good.
Yeah, it was just a dog.
Venom is supposed to be like the main course. And they fucked that up really bad.
So that's the antithesis of Spider-Man, right? It's like his alter ego. Villain. But like a few, I don't know, like anti-Spider-Man type thing.
Yeah.
Almost like
the dark side. Well, because he quite literally is a symbiote, and he has he's the what do you call it? The id. Spider-Man's id. Okay. It's the id. The carnal desires.
Yes.
Yeah. It brings it out of the person it attaches to.
Okay.
And then it kind of absorbs his superpowers and once he's able to get it off of him, and then brings the id out of the guy that it attaches to, which happens to be Topher Grace in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
So it has the powers, but then it also brings out his demons. They boned it so bad because Eddie Brock is the guy who Venom attaches to first. He's supposed to be like. So there's another guy, Flash Thompson. He's like an athlete, like a kind of bigger, imposing guy. That's why Venom is generally bigger than Spider-Man. And they just fucking boned it. It's also supposed to be an astronaut that brings it back. They really never get into the origin of
where
Venom.
it came from.
But they made a Venom trilogy with Tom Hardy. I haven't watched any of them.
I guess it's not. None of them are good.
None of them seem worth watching.
Too. They all sounded bad.
And because it's its own universe too, which I do like Venom, but not. I don't know. I guess not enough to watch. I'll probably get to it eventually.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Cuz it would likely have a lot of the criticisms that you would put upon the lower rated Marvel movies.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like, it's like Ant-Man or whatever.
Yeah. But at least you'll like the main character. I like Paul Rudd, but that comic character does nothing for me.
No, that's...
And I actually, the one thing Marvel did do well is I came to like Captain America because of Marvel. I always thought that was such a lame hero because you think of him as like a goody, like a Boy Scout.
Yeah, I know.
Like a hall monitor. Yeah. Then you're like, he's badass.
Yeah.
And I guess that is what the comic does well. To, what's his name's point? Anthony Mack's point. Do you remember where he's saying, he didn't put it well, but he said Captain America doesn't, I think he said isn't necessarily pro-America, which is not the way to put it. He very much is pro-America, pro-government. That is true. If we were going down the path of authoritarianism, Captain America... That isn't what he said. Yeah, I'll vamp for a little. Do you want to find the quote, or do you want me to look
the quote up? Because I think it was a turnoff to a lot of people, because he's not pro-America, he's pro-justice, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, that's kind of what we consider America to be. It could have been
Captain
something.
America represents a lot of different things, and he doesn't think the term America should be one of those representations, emphasizing the character's focus on values like honor, dignity, and integrity.
So let's call him Captain America anyway, even though he doesn't represent any of that.
Mackie later clarified he is a proud American and that Captain America has universal characteristics that people all over the world can relate to, emphasizing the character's focus on honor, dignity, and trustworthiness. Okay.
And try to walk it back.
It does seem like I can see where the issue arose.
Why
it seems
say
like
it?
It does seem like an anti-American sentiment. I think it seemed more calculated at the time to not word it correctly.
Maybe.
What?
Yeah,
because the calculated
I like
measure
him. I
should
like
say,
him too. Okay.
I don't. It's really his personality. Honestly, he's too boisterous for me.
Okay,
and that just doesn't mesh with my.
No, I understand.
I'm more
but
quiet.
Don't say stuff like that, man. It's unnecessary. Just don't. He's Captain America. People think
if
who
he
is
had because this is hopefully what he's at least trying to spin it to. But if this is what he meant out of the gates, that he's like, I hope that this character, even though it's Captain America, can appeal to people all over the world.
Okay. I don't think that's what he meant, but
I hope that's what he meant. And if it got misconstrued from that, I feel very badly because I've said stuff. It just doesn't come out.
Yeah, I understand. But he represents what the best of America is supposed to be.
Exactly.
And that isn't what he said, or I don't know what he meant.
Because in maybe
hey, look, there could be a Captain Iran too, for all I care. We're not saying
there was a Captain Canada.
Okay, but it's just hey, look, when things go really south,
who do you call?
Yeah, America's there. Okay, I'm just saying.
Ghostbusters, who are American.
True. Well, no, they're not.
Bill Murray is. They're based. The business is based out of New York. That's American business, baby.
I think they actually incorporated.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You were going to make an Israeli joke there. Israel's really
I've cut back on the
strings.
Have been cut
and that they control the weather and the government, but that is anti-Semitism at its finest, my friend. And I will not stand.
I'm a pro-Semite. I'm a pro-Semite.
Yes, America does bad stuff overseas, but they also do stuff that can be inspirational to the disadvantaged. The disadvantaged. How do you say that?
The disadvantaged.
The disadvantaged.
You try to give it a Latin.
All over the world.
Yeah.
It should be a vote of confidence if you see American troops on your soil and you feel like you're up against
guns
it.
At you. Yeah.
It can be terrifying.
Yeah.
I get that. I know there's a lot of countries that never wanted us to step foot in them, especially those in the Middle East. And I understand too. We're as Americans, we've never had to deal with foreign troops on our land.
Correct.
But that's part of why we think we're fucking sick, because we've never had to deal with that. We want to put a system in place to where that we never have that either.
Right.
And I think we want to install that in any place we set foot on.
Yeah.
Because it's like, look, we come in here. We fuck shit up, but we fix it afterwards.
We try to fix it. Yeah, but but why do that?
And I get
alienate people. You didn't have to say anything. It's like, yeah, I'm Captain America. Just say that. Just say, I want him to be an inspirational character. You don't have to make.
But the thing I would have done, I would have just played the praise game the whole time. I would have said, Chris Evans absolutely crushed as this role.
Yep.
And if I can bring fans the enjoyment he did, I will have lived up to
Perfect.
that
Be anti-Zegler.
I would have been like
That's going to become a new phrase, anti-Zegler, which means to be gracious as opposed to being a brat.